Hey chatters. So I've been playing a lot with Claudesidian and I just wanted to show you kind of how things have been evolving. I've been thinking a lot about natural language programming, which this interface I feel like gives you the power to do, but you got to really think about it. Now you don't have to necessarily deal as much in code. You can just give it instructions and it can read those instructions itself and then enact that. And these are just prompts. But first, we got to give it a way to actually navigate the vaults effectively, which means it has to be well structured. The first thing I want to show off is this brain document, which is the first thing it reads. I just have that in its system prompt. Go read this immediately. And just gives the framework for how I want it to interact. But the main thing is that it sends it off to these maps of content, which are like indexes for each sort of project or folder or whatever, with all the related notes and everything associated with them. So that allows it to jump around and find what you're looking for a little bit faster alongside its search. The two things I want to talk about are this agents folder and this toolbox folder. So I figured, I don't know if you remember the OG Professor Synapse, the idea is it would collect your requirements and then spin up an agent for you, like essentially prompting itself using a framework that I developed. So the idea here is very similar now, where I can just have Claude on one side doing all the like reading of notes and then taking on the persona of a specific agent. And each of these agents has a very specific set of rules. It's just a prompt. It's taking on that character. It's supposed to follow these instructions. It might have the path to the notes that it needs to access again, so it can just quickly do that one single task. And then we have a toolbox. And so very often you might have shared specialized templates for different things. And so we can, for example, just say, okay, storyboard production assistant, I want to make sure you're looking in this interactive tools folder and using this as part of your instructions. So one of these things I created was a handoff agent, and I created a hotkey in the brain, which is just at, and then you name an agent, and it sets off this series of instructions. We'll call it a hotkey, where, okay, I need to go read the agent's index, like what do I have access to? And then based on what the user said, which agent do I need to read? And then I'll take on the persona of that agent. So I do that add hotkey to then go to the handoff agent, which is just a prompt. And it's just saying, hey, you're passing off a task and you need to provide the context, the steps, everything, and then an example structure. So here's the handoff from the last conversation. I'm in the middle of putting something together that takes multiple steps. And look at this thing. It did all this reading and doing, and then finally comes back to me with its full plan. And I just said continue. And so now here it's going. It's reading the note it's supposed to. It's looking at what it's supposed to. Just keeps reading everything. And now it's doing an analysis of what we need to change. So it's found issues across all of these storyboards. So I'll say go update them with your replace tool precise in your search. And so now it's just going to go off and do that. So we'll give it a minute, but now it's going to go look at every single storyboard. It's going to find the mistaken code that I have in it, and then it's going to replace them one by one, something that would take me a long time, a significant amount of time. As always, I don't want to hype this up too much. It makes mistakes. It screws up. It might mess up a note. Sometimes it's better to just create a new note instead of it editing it. I still got so many kinks to work out, but oh my God, it's crazy. Once you give it the infrastructure to prompt itself to navigate, to do all these things, it just keeps getting better and better. And then I just have it save memories throughout, which are just little snippets of things I wanted to remember, so that if it ever needs to search for something related to this project we're doing, that's going to come up in the search as well. And it can access that and get even more context around what we're doing. So that's another quick glimpse for you into how I use Claudesidian. Please go download it. It is free. Also, if you go to our flows.synapticlabs.ai, you can actually get access to how do you download this thing, some videos, some resources, absolutely for free. So go check that out, and we're excited to see what you do with this.